Hey, man, before we even get into the everything that we going to get into everything tonight, before I even introduce what we going to introduce, we going to do a quick sound check and a visual check. 1 2 1 2. Do you see me? Boss Cowboy, I see you. Do y'all see Boss Cowboy? I know you do. And if you can hear Boss Cowboy, let me hear a hoo-ha in the comment box, man. It's your boy West Coast and Boss Cowboy. Boss Cowboy, say something to the people so they know you're real, man. They don't
Man, what's
believe
up,
you really
man?
on here right now. You know
Oh
that.
man, come on, man, boys. I'm here. I'm here. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you in trouble, man. Hey, man, let's get it, man. So I need everybody real quick. Let me know in the comment box how we sound, how we look, and we gonna get this thing popping. You feel me? Hey, real quick. You guys already know. You guys already know. Whenever West Coast goes live, there's two things you guys must do, man. There's two things you guys must do. What up, Dave? Two things you must do. I need it in the comment box. Like this 2022, man. What y'all supposed to do when West Coast go live? You know what it is, man. First thing you supposed to hit that share button. I need everybody, hit that share button now, right now. Hit that share button right now. You want to know why? Because scientifically proven that if you share West Coast's content attached with Boss Cowboys, you will actually save about 750 calories per share. So let's burn some weight tonight. You feel me? Let's burn some weight. Hit that share button. You feel me? And then, you guys already know what it is. Whenever West Coast goes live, the second thing you guys must do is what? We got to hit that star button. What are stars? What are stars? Someone asked West Coast, what are stars? Stars are simply a monetary way for you to support the creators. Who are the creators? Your boy West Coast. And then on YouTube, you got your boy Boss Cowboy, man. And
hmm
you know what it is on YouTube? It's called Super Chat. And guess what? Bing! The button is on. The button is on. So make sure you guys hit that super chat button. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're doing is supporting the person that you're rocking with, and that's Boss Cowboy, you feel me, and West Coast Cowboy, you feel me? Roger Smith, what's up with you, man? I see you, man. So, hey, man, we going to do this SS real quick. And boss, basically the SS is when I'm gonna just go through my comments real quick, and I'm gonna just shout out some people that's always
Yeah,
sharing and
and I
always
see some too, man. I want to shout out. I see some people on my
hell.
channel.
Hey, you know what? And shout out to the Cowboy fans that's on time. You feel me? Because
Oh man,
listen,
they early. They asking, boss, where you been? Oh, woo.
I'm just saying though, because listen, man. If West Coast and Cowboys, it has nothing to do with our skin complexion. But if we can get on here on time and you on time, you a real ass Cowboy fan, man. You a real goddamn Cowboy fan, man. I salute you, man. All right, so let's go through this real quick. So I see Miss Medea. What's up with you? I see Roger Smith. What's up with you, Sue Mari? Who else I got up in here and you on the Facebooks? I got Craig. What up, Craig? David, what up, boy? I see you, man. Hit that star button, hit that share button. We got a couple people on YouTube. I got my boy Lil Baby. I know you over there somewhere, man. Hey, Boss Cowboy, who you got over there on there, man? I know you got families tuning in. Who you got over
And
there?
yeah, obviously I see my boy C in the house, Mac Jones in the house.
Mac
Daisy,
Jones.
she said, "Hey guys, good to see you guys together again." I know it's been a while, but hey, yeah, we getting ready to definitely rock. Y'all already know how Western Boss do it. Chris, I see you, man. He said, "What up?" And then Life Crazy said, "What up?" So yeah, man, it's popping, man. We got the Yoga Flames going, the True Vibes going, the Dre the Great. I see you. He say, "Boss in West Coast, let's get it." Yeah, let's get it, y'all.
Hey man, and you know what's crazy, man? Because I feel like me and Boss Cowboy, I feel like we really like it's like a Snoop and Dr. Dre. Like when Snoop and Dr. Dre went did their things, everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're not doing this." But did you notice they went their ways and both of them became equally great in their own steams, right? And now they're coming back together and now they're doing great things like the Super Bowl. You feel me?
Right on.
You feel me? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Yep.
that's what I see when I see me and Boss Cowboy, man. 2022, with all the moves that's going on. We gonna talk about it. But first, we gonna talk about all the stuff that y'all want to talk about. That's the stuff that y'all talk about in them comment box. Let's get it, man. So, some of you guys have been hitting me up, man. They've been asking, West Coast, what are your thoughts on Tyrann Mathieu? Well, guess what? I talked about him earlier today. Boss Cowboy, what are your thoughts on Tyrann Mathieu and coming to the Dallas Cowboys?
I mean, I'm out on it. I mean, I definitely agree with the value free agent strategy. I think it's unnecessary. I think we already got our guy now. If we got him, I would be happy, but he's not somebody that I think actually fit what Steven Jones is going to do. And I think our safety room is already kind of starting to get to where it needs to be without putting a bigger ticket out there. I would have really wished they would have put that money on Wagner, but if they did scoop him at a value price, obviously I would celebrate, but not at the price that he usually was going for.
And let's just be real, Boss Cowboy. The Cowboys could have had him for $7 million. How long you been in Kansas City? 3 years, 4 years ago, right? When he got released from the Arizona Cardinals. This was a time when me and Boss was doing shows then, remember?
Yeah.
He left the Arizona Cardinals, right? And this is when we was really like, we was all horn dogged up for, oh my God, Earl Thomas, Earl Thomas! And let me tell you, right here on this show, on this stream, me and Boss Cowboy used to say stuff like, look, man, if I can't get Earl, there's other folks that are just as good, right?
Right.
He was the dude.
Yeah, he was the guy that was just as good. You know, because our fan base, you know, we have a tendency, because we've been starving so long for a Super Bowl, that we reach for filet mignon.
Yeah.
You know?
Talk to him,
and crab. But that's what we do. But it's guys in the middle that's just as good, that's going to make your team just as good, like a curse. You know, that if we smart, you can get full off a burger. You don't necessarily need steak.
Yeah, man. And I mean, and that's like, and that's that, man, we spent a whole, it wasn't even like a whole offseason because he wasn't on the market long. But I know this. I kind of remember when he signed with with Houston, and I was really upset because I was like, bruh, $7 million on a 1-year deal? Like, that just let me know that the Cowboys did not want him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They did not want him. Like, when they turned down that type of money, and think about this. This is 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is when Teron was like in his prime. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let's talk about that real quick, because you know the funny thing is Stephen Jones was still saying the same stuff he say today, which is stuff like he didn't fit
our scheme.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Stuff that just really makes no sense when you look at his ability to make plays at either the strong or the free. But he throws our stuff out there as if we stupid. It's just how he does business with us, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to tell you, and another guy that I want to talk about a little bit too is just to switch over subjects on the offensive side of the ball is DK Metcalf. We running through all the rumors right now, man. Before we start punching y'all in the face with the truth, we're going to hit y'all with we're going to knock down these rumors because some of this stuff needs to be talked about. You feel me?
Right on.
What I already promised. I already put it on Twitter. You know, when you put it on Twitter, you're best to do it. You got to do it. You ain't no real twigger. You ain't no real twigger if you say something. If you say something you ain't doing it, you ain't no real twigger. So I want to make sure I'm a real twigger. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I told y'all some of these takes that y'all been having out here is just plumb dumb stupid, and I'm gonna start tagging y'all. You feel me? So I'm gonna tell you, some of y'all, I'm about to get in a fight with some of y'all best content creators. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. You feel me? Because I done already said it. Because I'm going to tell you, this is another example of a guy that the Cowboys coming out, put it out there where, the King's not really our system type of guy. And I'm going to give my boy Boss Cowboy, and I said this on the show earlier today, there's a statement now that's been coined with the Dallas Cowboys, but I know for a fact Boss Cowboy coined this statement, and I'm always going to give somebody their roses. Man, Dak friendly. This guy right here, DK Metcalf, is the guy that terminology was actually designed around. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
And now it's turned into this big, huge thing, right? And I'm going to tell you how long ago we were saying Dak friendly. We were saying it so long ago when people thought we were actually dissing Dak. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's an acceptable thing. But DK Metcalf, man, coming out of Mississippi State, bruh, like when the Cowboys pass on players, it's hard for me to believe that they're going to be smart enough to go get them again. And I'm going to tell you this right here. It is, if I'm DK Metcalf and I want to be traded, and I just saw what happened to Amari Cooper, bro, there's no way in hell I want to get traded to Dallas, bruh. No way, bruh. No way.
Nah, and then it was all in the public, too. That's the thing that made it, obviously, to where we really, really kind of really messed ourselves up with that Amari. To be able to even try to recruit a DK. DK ain't coming here. Ain't
Hell nah. And I'm gonna tell you something about DK. DK is one of those dudes, and I'm gonna say this is the type of stuff you get over here when you walk with your boy West Coast and Boss Cowboy. Because I'm gonna say something, right? And y'all going to have to feel me on this one. DK got a daddy.
Now, see, I feel you. You got to explain that though, because people ain't gonna feel you,
right? So, see, I'm real protective of my boys, man. You know what I'm saying? They're my boys right there, man. I whoop they butt, but you ain't gonna whoop they butt. You know what I'm talking about? I get crazy with you, but you ain't gonna get crazy with them, right? And I'm just saying, I remember Mr. Stacey Elliott when he came on this show and we interviewed him. He talked about, how the contract and how it made him view Jerry Jones. He said, "Oh yeah, everything's great now." I mean, everything's always great when you give somebody $90 million, though. Like, bruh, you slapped my mom, you gave me $90 million. God dang it, we might be able to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So, but I remember Stacey Elliott and what he said about how it made him view this organization. And I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm going to tell you this, not Mississippi, Ole Miss, you know what I mean. But when I see situations like this with DK and a guy who has a strong influence with a father figure, man, bruh, I'm telling you right now, bruh, his daddy don't want him to come to Dallas. His daddy don't want him to come to Dallas. You want to know why? Because they're not when you give, and Stacey Elliott said this, when you give your son to a program, you know what I'm saying? When you give your son to someone, you want to make sure they're taken care of, bruh. And the Cowboys, I'm going to tell you this right now. We need at least, I don't think it's for the entire team, but at least the wide receiver, we need a couple years of doing dudes right before we can, for dudes be like, yeah, trade me to Dallas. No. Because think about this, man. Nobody wants to go anywhere where they think they're not going to play long enough to retire. Like, you know what I mean? Like Khalil Mack, he loved getting his bag, but I promise you Khalil Mack's tired of packing his family up. And that's facts. And I be around enough players to know that. For the most part, they do want to stay where they're grown, regardless of the success of the team. You feel me? So it's like, man, I haven't seen – when was the – time out, question, put it in the comment box. When was the last time you saw somebody retire in Dallas? I got to give us.
Do I have a witness here? And I really don't know what you're going through this morning.
Say, man.
See, that would be Sean Lee. And the problem
Sean
with
Lee
Sean
didn't even
Lee,
really retire, though.
but the problem with Sean Lee.
He was still under contract.
This is the problem with Sean Lee in terms of even trying to use Sean Lee. The problem is Sean Lee came out and said himself that he knows that if he wouldn't have been a Dallas Cowboy, he would have been let go way sooner.
Facts.
So it's one of those things to where the Dallas Cowboys obviously do business very kind of white collar, or what I would also say kind of good old boyism, to where you have to be on the right side. If you're not on the right side of the bet, I call it the bet, where they betting on you or they favor you or they feel like some kind of way they have invested in you, then you gonna have some problems, you know. Yeah. So it's hard to retire here if you somebody like Cooper. It's just hard because he was somebody that was also a source of dissension, because Stephen Jones said himself that it took an act of Congress to get him over here. Even after what was super stinky in that receiver by committee, it just never made sense.
Jason Witten retires a Las Vegas Raider. That's a fact.
Right. So I'm having trouble to figure out who really retired here. Other than Sean Lee.
I'm saying, like, I want to know, like, who is that guy that, like, you know, these other organizations, they'll be like, such and such is announcing retirement after 14 years. Like, bruh, you don't have that in Dallas, bruh. And think about this, all the great players that, like, all the players that you would look back on and be like, dang, think about all your favorite players now. Dez Bryant ain't retired, no Dallas Cowboy. Tony Romo ain't retired. Tony Romo retired as a damn Dallas Maverick on my mama.
Do I have a witness here?
Call me Creflo West Coast. I'm preaching over here, feel me? Like, he retired as a Dallas Maverick. The Dallas Maverick showed Tony Romo more respect than the Dallas Cowboys. So it's like, man, I'm going to tell you this right here, man. Unless the bag is right, unless the bag is ridiculously right, you're not going to get these elite players to want to make these career moves. They're not going to do it, man. They're not going to do it. So I don't even think Dallas is even on a list of teams that he would want to get traded to.
My problem is this, though, Wes, and I've been thinking about this, and this is going to be my first time bringing this up. My problem is the philosophy of sticking with your own guys, right? When you have that philosophy and you watch us double down on Schultz and let somebody like Bobby Wagner for the same price go to the Rams, it's too much of a double down on the way that he wants to do things over common sense. Because how do you look at a Hall of Famer that wants to reunite with Dan Quinn and you choose a glorified role player?
I mean, let's talk about it for a minute. I mean, I know it's already over, but I mean, let's talk about that, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Like, you know, Bobby Wagner, a guy, you know what I'm saying, the Cowboys easily could have gotten.
Yeah, easily.
Like, easily could have gotten. He signs a contract, 5 years. I mean, yeah, it sounds big, but it's basically the same contract that DeMarcus Lawrence signed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's and to be honest with you, it's actually a better contract than DeMarcus Lawrence because it has more years. DeMarcus Lawrence's contract is only for 3 years. Bobby Wagner's contract is for 5. You know what I'm saying? So you know what that means? That means you can spread the money even further. Like Bobby Wagner's contract was a perfect contract for the Dallas Cowboys. It was a perfect contract for the Cowboys, the contract that he just signed right now. And let's not be stupid. He is worth $10 million a year. Knock it off. You guys just gave a tight end $10.5 million a year. So the real question is this. Even if the NFL doesn't say that he's worth it, think about this. On your team, he's a $10 million linebacker. He's easily a $10 million linebacker. So for the Cowboys,
I ain't gonna lie. I hate it when people compare me and Trayvon. We play completely different. Like I always play out of phase.
No, totally ridiculous, and then at that price point, and it's showing that Will McClay is really the savior of the Dallas Cowboys at this point. It is so clear that we're going to have to do what we normally do. We're going to have to go into the draft, kill the draft, to even have a sense of hope.
Hey, turn your mic down just a little bit.
Too loud?
Yeah, so it's cracking a little bit.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, that's way better.
Got it.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why I say, like, the Cowboys, like, I mean, I don't want to rain. You guys already know how I feel about this. You know what I'm saying? The cool thing about it is we're talking about Bobby Wagner on defense. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you know, the Cowboys defense can actually still be good without Bobby Wagner, but I think it could be better. You know what I'm saying? Especially since the type of teams you're going to play, we need to start fortifying the inside of it. And I'm going to tell you this right here. We're about to get ran at so much in 2022. LVE is not going to make it, bruh. He's not going to make it.
Man, you digging into my Kool-Aid, big dog.
Like, he's not going to make it. And I'm not even trying to say that LVE's going to get hurt. I'm just saying common sense says, bro, you're going to play. Let's just talk about the running backs you're playing in 2022. First off, you're going to be playing Derrick Henry. You're going to be playing Joe Mixon. You're going to be playing Antonio Gibson twice. You got Saquon Barkley twice. You got Derrick Henry.
You said that, but that's cool.
No, I got 2 more. My boy Renell, drop him in the comment box.
Drop him, Renell.
You got Aaron Jones from Green Bay. That's 7. Who else you got?
Minnesota.
No. Do we play Minnesota?
No, it's not. We don't play Minnesota. I'm sorry, I got too carried away. You was.
Put the list in. Y'all know the list. If y'all been watching Cowboy West Coast content, you know my list, man. We play some dog. Dalvin Cook, we do play Minnesota this year. Dalvin,
do?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. What up, Bishop? I see you, man. Let me give you a little something.
Do I have a witness here?
Yeah.
And we turned down Bobby Wagner for show.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you for real.
Oh
my God. And you play the best running back in God dang it. God dang it, Lucky Johnson. Hey, I love you.
Somebody said Fournette, too.
Listen to me. Lucky Johnson, you my dog. But right now, I hate you.
And I'm so glad that
You know what? I'm so glad I serve a God.
Do we play Jonathan Taylor?
Yes, we do. And Lucky Johnson was the guy who reminded me of that. So everybody thank Lucky Johnson for that. Let's get a clap for Lucky Johnson real quick, man. Let's get a slow clap for him real quick. Actually, let's get a Kawhi Leonard laugh. Thank you for making my list even worse.
Man, because this show just made my thoughts even better. Because see, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't hear anybody saying it, but I'm gonna say it. Most people looking at our needs, in my opinion, wrong, Wes. Our number one need this offseason is linebacker.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's linebacker. Like, I know everybody want to go hard.
Because listen, I literally just talked myself into it right now, too, because, bro, LVE is not going to make it, bro. He's not going to make it, bro. He's not going to make it.
Right. I mean, bro, that list that you listed was, on top of that, it's just.
My God. And don't forget about Cam Akers from the Rams.
Yeah. So that says to me, epically, that it's 2 positions that got to come around. I'm trusting that our nose tackle should do better. I'm trusting
Gallimore.
Yeah, going into year 3. I like that. I like him coming in as an athletic one. I do love the fact that Bohanna going into year 2 should get his year 2 surge. So I'm not in a panic over nose.
And you got Osi.
Right.
We're small. I'm gonna tell you this right now. We are small, but we are fighters.
Yeah. And
you just gotta see how it work.
Yeah, and I trust that it's gonna work because of Aiden Dirty, what he did with that, patched up defensive tackle group from last year. This year is gonna be better just because they're gonna be growing. Those guys are going to be putting men weight on them now. You know what I mean? Now we got Neville and them going into year 3, Gallimore year 2. And then Carlos Watkins stepped up in a way that none of us expected. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things to where I'm not as much in a panic as that, but linebacker. Bruh. Most people are not talking about it, but that is absolutely
it is
the biggest need.
Yeah.
Because everywhere else got some kind of Band-Aid, like even left guard. You might not like it, but Connor McGovern is an okay Band-Aid going into year 4, right? Finally getting ready to get some potential starting reps. If you just had to start the season with him at left guard, I'm not going to die or cry. But that linebacker,
yeah, man. I'm officially sold. Linebackers are the number 1 need on your team.
That's
right
the
now.
number 1.
Just because, and I'm gonna tell you like this: it may not even be the number 1 need as far as the future, but is the number 1 need for this year. For this year, because I'm gonna tell you this right here: your best defensive players that are best on your team play on the outside. DeMarcus Lawrence plays best is on his what? On the outside.
Outside,
he don't play on the inside. Micah Parsons, I love him, but y'all love him when he's doing what? I deleted the line, so I had to make it up real quick. But yeah, man, he is best when he's doing what? Rushing the quarterback, man. So it's like they're gonna be this year. We're not gonna be paying the who's who of quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Now the crazy thing about it is you still got Aaron Rodgers this year, and if I'm not mistaken, we still got a good old Tom Brady this year too. Man, this 2020 season is gonna be crazy, bruh.
Real quick, Wes. One of my partners, man, he brought up.
You're cracking to get turned down a little bit.
All right,
Are you good?
Okay.
No,
Gary brought up.
Try it one more time.
Okay, that should be better now.
There you go.
All right. So my boy Gary just brought up Cox. So obviously that's a good talking point. We can kind of get into Cox going into his second season. What's your thoughts on Cox, big dog?
Jabril Cox is a rookie. I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Wes, hit your organ. Hit it.
It's crap full of.
Do I have a witness here? And I really don't know what you're going through this morning.
You know what I'm saying? He is a rookie. That is my thoughts on him. He's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's because he is a Dallas Cowboy, and because we're all super duper fans, and we all want we all want, you know what I'm saying, him to be something, and we all understand that we are deprived of linebacker right now. So I think we're all really, really hoping, but it's like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I told myself, I think 3 years ago, I told myself I'm done with the hoposphere. I'm done with all that. So I'm just gonna be realistic with myself. And man, it is gonna remain to be seen. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I think that but I don't this is not me going into 2022 expecting something from Jabril Cox, I think would be foolish. I think that would be foolish. I think anything that you get out of Jabril Cox this year, especially since this year is his rookie year, I think is going to be an extra additive. But I don't think in no shape or form should you be penciling him as a rookie as a starter. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, and then on top of that, it was also how he was used heavily at LSU. In the places
in his 1 year.
Right. Yeah. So it's he was more so used as a big nickel.
He wasn't used the way we're going to use him. If he was,
not the way that we would
a true
need
linebacker. No,
we need a true middle.
Yes.
Like we need a middle.
I mean, look at the picture I have up here. It looks like Dak is freaking shaking hands with a damn big wide receiver.
Oh man, you gonna call that boy wide receiver?
I'm just saying.
Right now that he doesn't have a middle frame, bro.
Yeah,
this is real.
Jabril Cox.
That's not a middle frame.
Yeah, and I would LVE is bigger. Not even that he's bigger. I would
frame wise.
I would feel more comfortable starting LVE. Doing that.
Yeah,
right now.
just on frame, right? But the fragility is where I wouldn't trust either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think you said it best. He's a rookie. and that is betting on hope. But also, if we look at the facts of what Jabril was coming out, he was a horrible tackler. Horrible. He wasn't good. He was bad at tackling. He was amazing at covering. Amazing at that.
And that's why you got almost banned off of Twitter for saying, just look at him as a safety.
Oh, yeah. Which I still don't know why people thought that. It was common sense. The dude was covering but anyway.
I mean, my thing is this. If you're the Dallas Cowboys and you're okay with playing Keanu O'Neal $5 million to pretend to be a linebacker, why can't you try a rookie for 1 year and be like, hey, bro, go play safety? Why? Because you're small, you're just around that same size. And I'm going to tell you this right now. This year, you need thumpers. You're going to need guys to stop guys. Like, if, with the linebackers that we have right now, and I'm going to tell you something else, you also need a linebacker who can call damn plays. Like, that's something I think that is the most misunderstood. Like, it was amazing that the Cowboys took so long to sign J-Ron Curse. Like, he didn't call plays for y'all. Like, that's crazy. Like, man, that's the craziest thing in the world. Man, like, are you freaking ready to sit up here and try to act like Jabril, like J-Ron Curse was not out here calling the defensive plays? Like, are you really trying to make us believe? Yes, he was out there calling the plays, bro. Safety. So my thing is this: we need to get back to realistic football. And I know, listen, I'm all with the hip, all the new and fresh, but some stuff just needs to stay old-fashioned. Linebackers should be calling plays, bruh. That's just what it is. Why? Because they're in the middle of the damn defense, duh.
Well, I don't
like, praise God that J-Ron Curse was able to do it. Praise God. Like,
but generally, the quarterback should be
the linebacker. The middle linebacker,
Now, the safeties are the back-end quarterbacks, as we know.
But, boss,
right?
how often did you go into it? And listen to me. My boy played big-time football. My boy played at Houston, right? Listen, man, you tell me how many programs, how many defenses have you played? Bro. The only time a safety was calling plays is if the linebacker was hurt, bruh.
Oh, he had to be strong. He had to be the closest position to a linebacker.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean,
because they got to call coverage.
Yeah, exactly. Which says so much about Curse.
Exactly. Right? He was calling the whole defense.
The whole defense. Dog. Now, that's what people are taking for granted, the whole D.
And, boss, I'm going to tell you something else. What happens I'm going to tell you what you lose when you have a safety calling plays. You know what else you have? You lose line shifts. You want to know why? Because the safety's 15 yards away from the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? It's the linebackers that's slapping asses, moving guys out the way, doing, you know what I mean? You're sacrificing that. You're sacrificing that. Why? Because, bro, he still – listen to me. If J-Ron Curse is calling plays on your defense, right, and they come out there, right, and they're in a mismatch formation, the number one thing J-Ron Curse has to do first is make sure those corners are taken care of.
We got to talk. Let me I'm seeing some stuff in this Cowboys that's driving me crazy.
I know, but let me just finish this.
Because I'm going to wait.
If they come out there in a mismatch coverage, basically meaning we called a defense and their offense is better suited against our defense, that means we're out of cover. We're out of coverage, right? His number one priority is to get those cornerbacks in the right position. Why? Yeah. Because that can be a touchdown.
Right coverage.
In the right coverage. But who's
no coverage?
So, boss, if he's doing this, who's talking to the defensive line?
No, you right on that, bro. No, you right. You 100% right on that. It's listen, bro. It's going back to what I just saw in one of my comments. I just saw one of the comments on Boss Cowboy Sports YouTube channel. Somebody said Steve Jones talked about Curse playing linebacker. Listen, y'all. Listen. I know everybody's saying that we should take an offensive lineman.
Stuff like that.
Because Steven said it. Because Steven said it, right? And so we over here like, bro, listen at the square that they trying to fit in a circle. You trying to make Curse seem as if that $5 million signing is going to be adequate to take care of the deficit from LVE. Listen. Trust us. Offensive line is not the priority need as of right now, unless they give us a quality Band-Aid somewhere out the blue.
Can I give you a fact? I want you guys to Google. I want you guys to Google what Cincinnati Bengals Offensive line was ranked. Look at this. Listen to you. They gave up 7 Super Bowls in the Super Bowl, bro, and lost on the final play. I am not trying to say that we can Band-Aid, but what I'm saying is sometimes in life you have to pick between Brussels sprouts and avocados.
Yeah, and Rip, I'm not.
And I don't like neither one of them. But
yeah,
guess what?
I say that, but it's the fact
no. I'm saying
is out
yeah,
there.
you got to pick because sometimes you got to pick between the two evils. Like that's just what it is.
Yeah,
your offensive line.
You do
exactly.
You do, and the biggest evil is linebacker.
Yeah, this year,
as of now, unless they get some kind of Band-Aid out the blue somewhere, right? A quality Band-Aid somewhere out of And I got some in the Boss Cowboy Guide. I just released a book where I have some guys that could come in that'll make me feel okay about, us having a decent body that
all warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Yeah, they will. Somebody that's gonna be a banger, a run stopper, right? We need a run stopper.
We need a fat boy. You talking about a fat boy then?
No, we need a guy that's a mauling linebacker, like all the cute, athletic exotics that we was in love with last year. Like that's why so many people was in love with Jabril. We need somebody that can cover because Jalen can't cover.
Hey boss. Yeah.
But now you need somebody that can just flat out tackle like Jalen used to do.
Point. And you know a trade that now that you're talking about this, boss, you know a goddamn trade that I would have actually been interested in right now?
Yeah, what's that?
That damn Khalil Mack trade.
Okay.
I would have been interested in that.
Tell me the details on that.
I'm gonna tell you the details on why I would be interested for myself. Because you're now getting a real middle linebacker who can then call your plays and set, because this is what you need to do. You want to be able to – you need a guy who understands that his play and what he does on the field is going to be centered not necessarily around Micah Parsons, but make him causing plays so that Micah Parsons will have no responsibility. That's what you really want. Like this defense, and I said this in last year, I say anything that happens going forward needs to be set around making sure that Micah Parsons has no responsibility and he can do whatever he wants to do. Why? Because that's when he is at his best. Like the Dallas Cowboys have gone away from this mindset. Like everybody else understands it. Right. Like the Rams understand Aaron Donald's the best guy in the world. But guess what? Even God took a day off. So guess what we going to do? We going to get a guy so when Aaron Donald ain't God, that guy can be God for like 2 days. And they did. And guess who they brought in? They brought in Robert Quinn. They brought in Ndamukong Suh. They brought in Von Miller. And they brought in Bobby Wagner. These are all players that were all great. Now, don't get me wrong. They weren't necessarily great when they came in. You know what I'm saying? But what did they do? They helped Aaron Donald be better, bruh.
Yeah.
People wonder why Aaron Donald's never fallen off. Because, bro, he always has his running mate is always ridiculous.
Yeah.
So even when he can't get a penetration, Von Miller's coming off the end.
Right. Which to Dallas credit, that's what we doing right now. And I do like that. That part, we doing that. Like, we're doing that. Like we have committed to the 4-3 under.
Yep.
We've committed to it. Right.
Facts.
And we really are trying to do that. That linebacker is that last piece, though.
Yes,
it is that last piece. And they need to get serious about it. But I think they are. I really do. I just don't see how you could actually have comfort with Cox as a rookie, like you said. LVE.
Gilliford.
I forgot my other
Gilliford.
guy name. Yeah. Like, bro, you can't feel comfortable.
Not against these running backs.
No.
Not against these running backs.
To me, that says handedly that your primary in your first 2 rounds, one of them go be linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, and my thing too is like,
and gotta be.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, like, I don't even though you're gonna pick a linebacker at 24, unless he's just a Sean Lee coming out at 24 and all these 23 other teams just didn't see him. Like, I don't even need a Micah Parsons coming at 24. I need a real general of a defense. Like, I need a really – and I'm going to tell you something else that I need. I need to start – because this is something that a lot of fans don't think about. Like, Dan Quinn turned down some good jobs, and I'm pretty sure he turned down that Denver job, right?
Ooh.
But my question is this, Dan Quinn, how many times are you going to turn down good jobs, right? I don't think Dan Quinn's going to turn around too many jobs too much longer. So the Cowboys, you need to start creating a defense and solidifying something so that when Dan Quinn leaves, you can build off of it. The worst thing that you could happen, the worst thing that the Dallas Cowboys could happen right now is have a really good defense, but it's built off of a bunch of dudes on 1- and 2-year contracts and rookies who are trying to help them, who are trying to make it in the league. Like, you got to get away from that. At some point, you're going to have to start building a nucleus. And I'm going to tell you, if think about this, Dan Quinn took a defense that was basically totally different last year. Totally different. There was a bunch of new pieces. Now, let's start solidifying that. And that's why I say it's important, man. And I'm going to tell you this right here. A really good middle linebacker is going to allow Micah Parsons to play longer. Why? Because guess what, bro? At some point in Micah Parsons' career, I'm taking him out on obvious run plays. Why? I'm just keeping it real. Yes, he's really good against the run. He really is good against the run. But guess what? I want to protect and prolong his career. And I'm going to tell you this right here. Micah Parsons does not need to be fighting on no guards. Like, there's no way. There's never a time in life I want to see Micah Parsons on a guard. You want to know why? Because guards slam linebackers. That's why.
Hey, it's one more thing I want to talk about with this.
Go ahead.
Thing too, bro. The fact that if something happened to any one of the linebackers, now the versatility that you have with Michael is gone.
Yes, because now he is what he is.
He got to play linebacker now, just with a couple of injuries or just one injury. So all of us that love how he's moving around and you don't never worry, you make us one-dimensional.
Yep. I mean,
anything happening to that linebacker room. I just don't see how people not seeing that. Like, and I do know that offensive line is important. I do know that, but in terms of team value, it's not even close to linebacker right now.
Yeah, and my thing is, Boss Cowboy, you know how I feel about the draft. I love the draft after they're drafted. I'm a draft expert after they're drafted. Before they're drafted, I have no clue. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Boss Cowboy, I want to know right now, is there an offensive line you can get at 24 that you think that could come in here and start for the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, all day. And it's the same names everybody's saying. But this is the other thing, though, that a lot of people not saying. You can get starter quality offensive lineman in round 2, round 3, maybe even round 4. That's what a lot of people not saying. A lot of people under the illusion that if you don't attack offensive line at pick 24, this offensive line is doomed. I'm going to tell you right now, it's some guys that's going to probably be round 2 guys and round 3 guys that's going to probably outperform the round 1 guys. This is just that type of draft. Just like when Cooper Kupp came out, right? He was drafted in round 3. He's the best receiver, but it was so deep of a class, it got to a point to where, man, we would just throw you in round 3, big dog.
They little schooled him too. They little schooled
him. They little schooled him. It's some guys like that in this draft, man. Yeah. And it's it's one of those things to where I'm not under the illusion that we got. Now, the only thing I would probably say, if we don't tackle in the first round, it's gonna get harder. Is tackle, but guards, bro, we can get a guard round 2, round 3, bro. I'm dead serious about that too.
Well, since we talking about guard, because guards, they protect the quarterback, man. Let's talk about your quarterback, man, because I think Dak Prescott has been a very heated subject around here, man. You got half the Cowboy Nation say he sucks, you know what I'm saying, and then half the Cowboy Nation says he's elite. There's no in between. There's absolutely no in between. No in between. You either suck or you are elite. You know what I'm saying? So let's have this conversation about Dakota, let it rain, Prescott.
Shout out to my partner, Rome. I see you in the building, big dog.
Hey, shout out to my boy, I Love Weed. I don't even know you, but hey, goddamn it, here's for the
smoke weed every day.
That one's for you.
Now, he's a cool dude, man. He's a real cool dude. Go ahead, though, Wes.
All right, so listen to me, man. About 2 years ago, I made a statement. I said, man, I slap you in your face over my quarterback, man.
Yeah, you did.
And I wanted to let y'all know that statement still stands firm. I will still slap you in your face over my quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? The question that everybody says is this: is Dak the quarterback? I think that needs to be not the question that needs to be asked about Dak Prescott, because, like, unfortunately, I live in, out here, the Rams won the Super Bowl, and I'm going to tell y'all this right here. when they traded for Matthew Stafford, bro, they were not asking, is Matthew Stafford the guy? They were not asking that.
And you in LA, so you know.
Yeah, they were not asking that, bro. They were not asking that. Yeah, they were not asking, oh, is Matthew Stafford going to be able to leave? No, they were not asking that. I'm going to tell you this right here. Dak Prescott lives in a bubble of expectation that is only created by Dallas Cowboy fans. You would think these Cowboy fans are actually New England Patriot fans, because New England Patriots went through an 11-year span, 13-year span, when they won like 7 Super Bowls, 6 Super Bowls. They was winning them every day. Like, yes, I want to go to the Super Bowl. We go every year. They had that mentality. We ain't been to the Super Bowl since what? Since I didn't have sons, since I didn't have my daughter, since I was single in a mug. I wouldn't even sing. I think I was 12 in a mug. I wasn't even thinking about women back then. You feel me? Thinking about Legos and stuff. That's how long we been out, right? And then I see you don't see any of those expectations, right? But for the Dallas Cowboy fans, it is. Now, people say, yeah, but we've been waiting so long. We've been waiting longer than Cincinnati Bengals. Has the Dallas Cowboys been waiting longer than the Cincinnati Bengals? You know what I'm saying? So I see it like this, man. The Dallas Cowboys, do you have the quarterback that you need? Yes, you do. You won 12 freaking games, bruh. Like, you won 12 freaking games coming off a major injury. I don't think 13 games guarantees us anything. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say you like this. In a playoff game, he was the better quarterback. Like, no matter what you say about that San Francisco versus Cowboy game I was in the building for, Dak was the better quarterback on the field. Jimmy G was giving us that damn game.
He was.
We
was
just
sharp.
couldn't score. Same problem our offense coordinators had a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see it like this. Dak is going to have to, like, I say this in a bad way, but unfortunately, Dak is going to have to do more this year. You want to know why? Because they have depleted his team. He got
to do more, big dog.
I'm gonna tell you why. And guess what? It's not fair. It's absolutely, positively not fair. But I'm just saying, if you guys want a winning season, Dak is gonna have to flat out do more. And I'm gonna tell you like this: Dak is going to have he's gonna have to have more than a $40 million. Like, bro, he's gonna have to have like an MVP season to compensate for not having Amari Cooper in his double cover. So guess what that means? He's gonna probably throw more interceptions next year. I'm just being real with y'all.
Yeah, he got to be a little wilder with the football.
He's gonna throw more interceptions next year. So y'all need to get ready for that.
Yeah, because he don't have the receivers that's gonna give him that clear look. And I'm gonna tell you something else, boss. Oh my God, boss, because we gotta contradict ourselves. Can we contradict ourselves real quick? Oh no, I don't know about me contradicting me, big
I got
dog.
you, man. Hold up, boss. Hold up.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes. Somebody open the window.
Man, it's about to get funky up in here, man.
All right, man.
Every now and then the Lord just drops something in my soul, man. You know what the Lord just told me, man?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Man, if them wide receivers ain't getting separation, bro, and Dak is not throwing the ball, what is he doing with the ball? He's holding the ball. And if he's holding the ball, somebody needs to protect him while he's holding the ball now longer. I hate football. You want to know why? Because it's like a damn domino effect, bro.
It's a domino. It's a domino.
Like, I hate football so much, man.
Yeah, because it really is a domino effect.
Bruh, if your wide receivers are not getting separation, your quarterback is holding the ball longer. Why? Because he's waiting for them to get separation.
But this the deal, though. This receiving crew is a lot better than the receiving by committee the first time. I'm not even really kind of worried about these guys, to be honest. Even the new draftee that we going to likely have to depend on, I think we go hit. I think we go get a body in here that's going to rock. And I think CeeDee Lamb is going to take that next step, because really he doesn't really need a next step. He just needs to get a little bit more mature with his hands. That's it. If he does that, then we're going to have a quality playmaker. I don't even say number ones in this system, because there's no number ones in this system. You know, we only supposed to, in this system, have a go-to guy in the key moments. And I think he can do that. So I'm not actually worried about the weapons around Dak. I think the weapons go end up being okay. Now they throwing out some dice, but this is some good dice to roll with this particular draft class. I think they can get the guy that can come in here and help Dak. Like real talk.
Exactly. And I got my boy saying, yeah, but he held the ball with Amari Cooper. So guess what that means? Does that mean it gets better? Like, this is the thing that Cowboy fans, and this is,
man, hold on.
He held the
ball, though? Like,
somebody in the comment box. But I'm just saying, like, this is the only thing that
he didn't hold the ball. Matter of fact, he actually was getting the.
Listen, boss, listen to me. Boss, listen to me.
Boys don't speak facts, man. Boys
I know, but it's all good. But that's why I said. But this is one thing about the Cowboy Nation that I've also seen. For whatever reason, the Cowboy Nation, we're the only fandom that believes that we get better by subtraction. Everybody else in the NFL believes that you get better by adding someone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is adding people to their team. Where we feel that we actually get better by cutting. Oh, yeah, we got better because what? Because Greg Gerliner's not even kicking anymore. Yeah, but you don't even have a kicker right now, though. Like, you don't even have a kicker. And listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want nobody to think that's like that your boy West Coast be going hard sometimes, because sometimes I do go hard. But I feel it like this, bro. I have done the hope train for so long that now, as a Cowboy fan, and as far as the amount of money that we're investing in this team, it makes too much sense for me to just be real with myself. You feel me? So listen to me. It's creating a team. Because at the end of the day, your mindset going into this year should be to win 13 games and to go at least to the second round of the playoffs. Why? Because anything else is not better than what you did the year before. So my question to you guys is this. Does this look like a team that can win an extra game? Does this look like a team right now that can win an extra playoff game? And I'm going to tell you guys, for all my hopeful thinkers, I love it too. Want to know why? Because, yes, hope is always good. If you're a Green Bay Packer, you want to know why? Because midseason, they'll bring in guys. How many free agents did your team bring in last year in the middle of the season? 0. They brought in a kicker. That's the only thing they brought in. They brought in a kicker. They brought the dude with the weird last name. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. We're probably the only team at the trade deadline that did nothing. So I'm going to tell you this right now. This is the truest statement you'll ever know right now. The team that you have right now, adding 9 more guys, is the team that's going to start in 2022. So we got to hit on the draft. You want to know why? Because, bruh, after the draft, we're not adding anybody else on this team. And that's crazy, bruh. Stephen Jones says to us, every day we try to do player acquisition.
We added some people late before. We added, what's up, boy that came from Minnesota? It surprised us, too. It surprised us all. We added Quinn late, too. It's a possibility.
You added Quinn. You traded for Quinn. That was in 2000. That was 2 years ago. I'm talking about last year, though. What we do last year?
Okay, yeah.
What we do last year?
Yeah, and yeah. So in terms of
Quinn came in at training camp too.
Right. Oh yeah, he came in at training camp.
Yeah, he was at training camp. Because remember, I saw him at the gas station.
Oh yeah,
I ain't gonna tell that story.
Yeah. I remember that story. I do.
Yes, sir.
Well.
I was like, boss, is that Robert Quinn? He's like, yeah, bro.
Yeah. And he good now. He's super good on that. But yeah, man.
But think about this, boss. Think about this. When was the last time you brought let's just be real. When was the last time you brought an offensive weapon in here, though? Like, you went and got Cooper after 8 games. But, like, listen to me, you guys. You guys notice how you're able to pick 1 guy, 2 guys? That's not normal. Like, you know how you guys are only able to find, like, oh, yeah, we brought in that 1 guy. I remember him. He was from 2016. He had a beard, and he sacked the quarterback. You guys know how you can only name, like, 1 guy?
Yeah, it's only 1.
That's not normal.
Right.
Like, that's not normal. Like, teams use this time to better themselves, right? They use themselves to better themselves. I'm going to tell you this right here. Outside of maybe some draft picks, this team that we have right now is, for the most part, what we're going to have. Now, if we have a major injury, maybe. But think about this. Even with major injury, what did they do? They stuck with who? Dak Prescott. They stuck with Andy Dalton. So, the Cowboys, we're not. Once that draft hits, bro, as far as player acquisition, that door is kind of closed, man. Like, that door is closed.
Yeah. Now, I want to go back to Dak, because you definitely gave your piece on Dak. I want to give my piece on Dak. I think Dak is going to suffer from what all Cowboy players suffer from. The fact that now cornerbacks are being graded on how many yards they gave up after an epic interception year tells you how we are treated as Dallas Cowboy players. Nobody ever brought up yards given up until these. Nobody, and it's only Dak that's treated like he's a slump. Like the fact that he coming off a ankle where his ankle could have been torn off, right? His shoulder was tripping all the way up until the first game. And you yet still, on what's allegedly a bad year, break a Dallas Cowboy franchise record in touchdowns, and we still worried about Dak. It's nothing you can really say.
I hope Dak has I'm gonna tell you, I hope Dak has another horrible season like 2021. That's what I'm hoping. You know
what you mean? What you mean? Oh, because, yeah, right. Get it. I get it. I get it.
Like exactly. I hope Dak has another horrible season.
Yes, repeat that.
Hey, right. I know that went over somebody. Hey, that's how you know we got to do more shows together, boss. Because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we used to click on that type
stuff.
Four
Four shows deep in the game, you would have caught that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I hope Dak has another horrible season.
So speaking on Dak, bro, it's classic, typical panic. It's panicked by fans. And see what you said was true, but most people say what you said in the wrong context. You said in order for us to be successful, Dak got to go to a whole nother level, but you weren't saying that as an expectation. You were just saying that's the realistic standards for us to win based on what's around him.
Yeah, Dak is good. Dak is good.
Everybody else could take that as you saying he's not playing good enough.
Oh no,
so
no.
Take it to another level.
No. I'm saying Dak. I'm saying like this. I believe this.
No, I know what you said. I was just saying how other people would take it, or not even take it. They say it differently. Like you were speaking in full context of what it's gonna take for us to really go to a next level with what they subtracted from him. That just and he is gonna have a major synchronization with these new guys. It's just a fact. It's what's gonna have to happen because you made his job harder.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. Connor G is gonna have to make sure he doesn't put his foot where Tyron Smith put his foot. Can we make sure we have that? And then also, can we make sure that Tyler Baez doesn't put his his left foot on the wrong place where Zach, you know what I'm saying? Because it feels like that's happened a lot in 2020. I mean, it's the crazy stuff you see when you accidentally watch film way, way too much. Like, I saw this offensive line. They put their feet in the wrong places. And you know what that means? You putting your foot in the wrong place, that means you go in the wrong direction, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Cowboys, something else. I think, like, the offensive line right now, the fact that we've had so many damn offensive line coaches is not good. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Because you see guys like you see Tyron Smith doing a totally different thing than what Lael is doing. Right now, I get it. They're on the opposite side, but for the most part, they should be doing the same type of thing. It should just be in reverse, right? But, bro, I see Tyron Smith doing stuff on screens that Lael Collins is not doing, bro. Yeah, I'm just being real with you. And I'm going to tell you this right here. Your best tackle on both sides is Steele. By far, bro. By far.
Bro.
By far.
And I'm going to start a war with that one.
I mean, this is what I say like this. I look at the competition that Steele had to play. Like, bruh, go look at that damn. Listen to me, bruh. Yeah. If you don't believe in Terrence Steele, go watch the Chargers game.
Yes.
Period. That's one. Bro. Go watch the Chargers game.
Yo,
ask me where Joey Bosa is, and I'm gonna tell you this right here,
bruh. How he did, Bosa.
Bruh, listen to me.
Bosa had to check himself out the game.
Bruh, Bosa was on his. Bro, Bosa on one time. Bosa was on his. He had that boy dogged out like this.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, man, the bad press that Steele got, I still don't understand it. Because his film did not match the Dallas press. Nope. It's like, bro, like what you said is so perfect. So Bosa, then he had to go up against Hunt. Then he had to go up against Judon. The top sack leaders was what his debut games was.
Yep.
He gave up no freaking sacks.
Yep.
If he would have finished the year on a trend that he was trending to a Pro Bowl right tackle.
Yep.
Will McClay called him and said, because people like to say we crazy, West. They say, oh, Boss and West, they crazy. Nah, bruh. Go listen to the guy that y'all call genius, Will McClay. Will McClay said this, not West, not Boss. Still is playing like a first-round tackle.
Yep. Talent.
So all these people that's like, we got to have a tackle.
Yes,
because no, bruh, nah, not necessarily. Now, we do need a swing, but not necessarily no starting tackle.
Yeah, man, and this is the thing about it. Like, as much as, like, my offensive line just can't be so bad that it makes me one-dimensional. right?
Right.
And I'm going to tell you this right here.
Right.
Your offensive line wasn't so bad that you couldn't run the ball last year, right? You didn't run the ball for the same reason that my kids won't keep their room clean, because you didn't want to.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like the Cowboys could run the damn ball. Like, we could run the damn ball. And think about this. Right? If we couldn't run the damn ball, why are so many of you guys in love with Tony Pollard? Why? Because we were running the ball, bruh. He was running the ball. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shout out to West Coast for the run the damn ball campaign, the innovator and the originator of it. You see it everywhere now. My partner started that. And it's true. One of the things that you predicted, bro, and you said this to the T 2 years ago. My boy Wes said, look, if y'all want Dak to be MVP,
run the damn football.
That's exactly what my boy said. What was we doing when we were 6-1? And who was the MVP leading candidate?
Man, it was Dak Prescott.
Hey, can you give yourself a witness?
I mean, come on, man. I'm Creflo
Man,
West Coast.
man,
It's
what
Creflo West Coast around here,
Hit
man.
it, bro, because you
Do I have a witness here? And I really don't know what you're going through this morning.
Say, man, I'm gonna tell you
indeed.
this right here, man. When I can't even create it, man. When the Lord gave me run the damn ball, man, I'm gonna tell you when it was. It was in the middle of us getting our butts whooped in 2020, man. Like, we was dog whopper. I forget what team it was, man. And I'm thinking to myself, man, no matter what the hell was going on, bro, we was still running the damn football, man. We were still running the damn football.
And it's amazing how now you hear so many people saying what you were saying literally 2 years ago, bro. Like, and you hear them saying that everything. Listen, I know all your talking parts by heart. The percentages of games we win when we have a certain amount of running attempts. How many passing attempts Dak should really have in a normal quarterback situation for balance. Taking the pressure off of offensive line by running the ball. The obviously protecting the defense, everything you've been saying for 2 years, big dog. For 2 years, they finally just not catching up to that. People used to really hate. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I used to see people hating on the run the damn ball campaign. I used to see it. I used to but now after watching what happens when you get too pass happy. Now people really seeing it like, nah, bro, you have to have, and some people like to hate on Dak with this and say, with Dak, you have to be balanced. No, bro. Romo was also way better when we ran the ball.
Well, I mean,
Aaron Rodgers is way better when he ran the ball. You know what I'm saying? Every team and every quarterback is better when you take pressure off of them with the running game.
Think about this. Tony Romo's realistic season where he could have realistically won the MVP realistically was what?
2014.
And guess how many rushing yards did we have?
1,845 yards was murdered.
And Tony Romo threw the ball less that year too.
It was more efficient, to your point.
And he played more games.
Right. And he played more games.
But it was all a coincidence.
And that's why we drafted Zeke. I mean,
the Cowboys knew that. That's why everybody listen to me. Listen to me. When we drafted Ezekiel Elliott, it was to relieve pressure from Tony Romo.
So people need to get it right because everybody.
So why do you guys think that?
No, with every quarterback. When did Elway finally get a ring?
Yeah, when Terrell Davis started running like a madman.
Yep. Now he always was a dog quarterback. He was
actually about to retire, bro. He was at the end of his career.
Yeah, he was at the end of his career, had a cannon of an arm, couldn't get nothing done until they put a running game behind him.
Yeah.
Period. So shout out to West Coast, man, and continue that campaign, big dog. I can't wait to see the 2022 version of Run the Damn Ball campaign 2.0. I don't know how you go top it, but bro, we need that campaign back stronger. And let me tell y'all something, man, just as a side note, West Coast is also a point that our voice matter, bro. It really does, bro. Just go look around. If you just Google Run the Damn Ball, you gonna see other teams that picked up that campaign. The same hat he got on right now. If you Google just Run the Damn Ball, you gonna see Philly behind it. You gonna see Kansas City behind. You gonna see a whole lot of teams that have adopted that acronym because it works, and it also shows the reach of social media, guys. Like people think We don't have reach now. We have epic reach, and so do you. So every time my boy get on and he say share, because that's how he start all his content. Share the content. Same thing that I do. Share the content. You want to share this content. You want to start sharing it right now because it actually spreads and amplifies and echoes the voices of people that's telling you the truth. Thanks. My boy was telling the truth on Run the Damn Ball literally 2 years ago. More than that, actually. But he got like organized about the campaign 2 years ago.
Facts. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just say it like this, man. At the end of the day, man, the Cowboys, like, you know, they say one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible is love covers a multitude of sins. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. What does that mean? That means you can have faults in your life, but if you love someone, you'll look past those things. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. That is ours. Like, that's ours. Like, running the ball is ours. Like, that has to be ours. That has to be our. That has to be our
identity of Dallas. Yes,
yeah, that has to be our fix, man.
Yeah, that's the identity of Dallas. That is, and that's a traditional identity of Dallas. Like, shout out to Coach Marv, who always says this: history repeats itself. I got to give him credit for that. That's true though. With the Dallas Cowboys, all our best teams have come with two things: triplets and a running game.
Facts.
You got to have a triplets in this organization. Now everybody, like my boy West Coast said this too. He said, I hate how people talk about it's a passing league. It's like, forget the league. What is the identity of your team?
Exactly.
My boy always say that, and that's just real. Yeah, because people like to look around the league like, what are they doing? No, what makes you good?
Facts. What pays your bills? What pays your bills?
Yeah, I know he's a doctor, but you are talented at insurance sales.
Exactly.
You are talented at podcasting. You don't necessarily need to be a doctor.
Yes.
That's the same thing that people do with us looking around the league at passing teams and passing leagues. It's like, nah, we and all of our success, even in 2016, 2014, when we almost got there, it was built on what? Running game.
Yeah, man, and it's like this, man. It's like, I feel like this. If the whole NFL is trying to pass, you should be trying to throw. I mean, you should be trying to run. Like, you don't ever, like, because that's what the NFL that's what the NFL wants to do anyway. The NFL is an entertainment. You know what I'm saying? They're in the entertainment business, and running the football is not very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? High scoring games is what's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? They want the 50s and the 45s. They want those. You know what I'm saying? They want those because at the end of the day, it's all about ratings. You know what I'm saying? Football is still a pure sport. I'm not saying it's rigged, but I am saying like this. The people who run football have money motives. Duh. Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this, listen to me. I don't think that Skip Bayless is not a Cowboy fan. I do believe he's a Cowboy fan. I just think that his motives are faulty. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that he is a Cowboy fan. I do believe he roots for us.
Yeah. It's, you know what I'm saying? That dollar
but that
dollar,
you feel me? Like,
it bends him. Yeah, it bends him.
Exactly.
Yeah, it bends him into the image of what it wants him to be.
Exactly. So it's like, my thing is this, man. And then also look at this team. Forget what you want to do. What is this team built to do? Listen to me. If you have a Prius, I don't give a damn if you want to race in a race NASCAR. Bruh. You may never run out of gas, but you're never going to win a race either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that Prius is built for Uber.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like, and then if you have a Lamborghini, yeah, bruh.
That's racing.
Listen, bruh, you're going to be taking an $8 call down the street in a Lamborghini, bruh. Listen to me. It costs $3,000 to put gas in the tank. That doesn't make sense. You got to match up it all has to make sense. You feel me? So it's like, Cowboys, look at your team. What are you built best to do? You have two really good running backs before I can say you have two really good wide receivers. And then even if Gallup comes back, let's just be real. Your number one receiver, is he better than Ezekiel Elliott? No. Your backup running back. Is your backup running back in the same level as your backup wide receiver? I mean, if he comes back in September, hopefully. I know y'all let that slide. Hey, listen to me.
Man, he ain't coming back.
Hell no, he ain't coming back unless he got one of these new ACLs, man.
Man, new ACLs.
I'm just saying. He may fail a drug test, though. Don't get tested on that. He got one of them hot ones. He got one of them.
He got one of them hot ones. He got one of them new ones. He got the new ACL.
Yeah, he had to go to Tijuana.
Hey, his ACL don't take a year. His ACL only takes 7 months.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you this.
It's a new one.
Hey, boss Cowboy, listen to me. Speaking from a guy who tore his ACL, I completely tore my ACL, my MCL, right?
Yeah.
They told me I couldn't have surgery for a month. You want to know why? because I had to wait. The swelling had to go down naturally. They're not going to have surgery on your ACL with inflamed swelling. They want that to go down naturally, right? How long did they wait for Michael Gallup to have that surgery?
Man.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he had, I mean.
Okay, I'm with you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, see,
there's no way in hell, bro. There's no way in hell.
So basically what you were saying is it was worse than what it appeared because, and from your experience, you had to wait for that swelling to go down. So likely what you're saying is because it took them so long to do the surgery, is likely saying that his knee was worse than probably what.
I know it is. You want to know why? Because, bro, if he was better, bro, he has a huge contract on the line, bro. If Michael Gallup could have had surgery the next day, he would have. I remember my boy Antoine Woods. Listen to me.
Right.
I remember my boy Antoine Woods.
Yeah.
We lost in L.A. in the playoffs. My dog flew back to Dallas. He checked out, and the very same day flew back to L.A. to see your Sinai and had surgery on his shoulder. You want to know why? Because he was on a 1-year freaking deal, bro. Yeah. It was about getting healthy as quickly as possible.
Right.
Because you don't want to negotiate with a surgery, bro. You know what they're going to tell you? The same thing they told D-Law. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Excellent point, big dog. Yeah. And so, like, some people say in December, you might not see him to the end of December, if that. Like, look.
When did Jabril Cox get hurt? What week? He got hurt week, what,
It was in the Giants game?
Yeah, it was against the Giants.
That. I just can't remember if it's the second one or the first one.
So that was November. That was at best October, November, December, January, February, March, April.
When did Tristan Hill hurt his? That was game 4.
And I'm gonna tell you something about Tristan Hill, bro. Don't bring up Tristan Hill. I'm gonna tell you why. Don't bring up Tristan Hill, because Tristan Hill actually came back, and then he went back, because Tristan Hill like they had him out there working on the bands. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know really what you are until you get out there and start working on bands and start running and stuff like that. So Tristan, I was at training camp, bro. Like, yeah, he's out there on the bands. He wasn't working with the team, but he was out there working with the bands. And think about this. Think of how long it took for us to see Tristan Hill, bro.
So yeah. So he went out,
and he was out there working out. But
right,
bruh,
he went out week 4. He didn't come back to win November,
bro. It was a minute. And we was all wondering, like, we was all like, where the hell is Tristan Hill at? Like, we seen him I was at training camp, Brand. I'm looking at him. I'm out there on the bands, him and D-Law and all them other dudes out there working out. And I'm thinking, like, damn, he should be back, week 1. He did not come back week 1. He came back like week 7, 8, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, and this is the thing about Michael Gallup. If I'm Michael Gallup, I come back and I stay back, period. I don't come back until I know I can come back and stay back. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get – and then I'm going to tell you something that happened with my boy Dez, man. And he broke his foot. You know what I'm saying? When he broke his foot, guess what he do? He came back early. He started overcompensating, and guess what? He broke it again.
Yeah.
The thing that Dez Bryant said, he said, man, and I always remember this. He said this on an interview. He said, number one thing that great players can't do is play injured.
Stop doing that.
Can't play injured.
Especially you can't do that in Dallas.
You can't do that in Dallas because
first of all, you're not gonna be appreciated in Dallas.
Was Zeke injured? Yes, the whole season. Do y'all appreciate what he did?
No. Fans don't. No, they don't, bro. No. Like some do, but like 5%. You know what I mean? They still treat Zeke like he was a bum, bro, and he got 1,000 yards.
He had a torn PCL. What?
Yeah, man. I heard somebody say Parsons has something like that. I said, bro, no, he did not.
Yeah, no, he did not.
Yeah, we used to always say that when we was co-hosting together, bro, is don't be a warrior for this team and for the fans. Don't put no bad film out there to try to be a hero. Don't do that because it's not going to be seen in context here at all. Like, because Dez did come back early on a team without his quarterback,
and then went right back.
And instead of saying, man, you know what, we appreciate you, we was like, man, we need to get rid of him.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And then think about this: the next time you saw Dez, it was with Dak Prescott, who's not throwing the ball like Tony Romo.
Yeah.
So think about that. You know what I'm saying?
And then, Romo and Dak took time too. You see what I'm saying? Like to develop that type of chemistry to high point the way that they was doing. They didn't do that in the one off season. It took them at least 2 off seasons of working together to get that timing down. So yeah, it was and still even with Dak, he made the Pro Bowl. So it wasn't a bad year even with Dak like people say it is. So it's just so many lies out here on our own guys. But to your point, yeah, man, Zeke, I appreciate you being a Warrior, but it's never gonna be appreciated here, big dog.
Yeah, and I would and listen to me, man. Like, I think the days of just there's so much money involved. There is so much money involved. You should just never be doing something for someone for free. Like you just like, oh, West Coast, you're not a real. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm a real Dallas Cowboy fan. We got real money invested in it. So guess what, bruh? No, when you start doing business, everything is business. Like that's just what it is. Like when you get to the level, I promise you're not gonna meet Jerry Jones too many oftentimes without his lawyer with him present. Hey Jerry, I just wanted. Yeah, I remember I was supposed to be on a show when they were supposed to interview Stephen Jones, and bruh, just because, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, man, they go through a whole vetting situation. They run your everything, bruh. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, what about people in the chat saying something that's so real, bro? I know you're going to ride on this one. My boy Roy Texas said exactly like Amari Cooper played hurt and still put up numbers. Bro, you remember that video you put out of that dude ankle bleed?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that, bro?
Man, that was the Green Bay Packer game, man. We were a Green Bay Packer game when he had when they first found out he had the plantar fasciitis. I was in the Miller Lite zone right behind the bench. And my boy, it was like some Kurt Schillings. If you're a baseball fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He had blood literally coming off his calf, man. And that boy went out there and shook the hell out of them 2 receivers like the very next play and did that big old play down the field. Amari Cooper, I'm going to tell you this right here, man. Like, I'm gonna talk low when I say this because y'all know I'm married, right? So I'm gonna talk low when I say this, right? Amari Cooper's really going to be the one that got away. Like, he's just going to be
Hold on, what? Say that again?
Amari Cooper is going to be that guy that we got away. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Amari Cooper is going to be like, I don't have to learn this lesson. Like, I'm 39 years old. I've been watching football for a long time. I know my team. I feel like I'm pretty good on the Cowboys. So I feel like I don't have to learn this lesson because I already know. But I feel like the nation, you guys need to learn this lesson. So Amari Cooper is just going to be like, I'm just being real. Amari Cooper is going to go down as the guy, as the one that got away. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not saying I love it, but as a parent, I love it. Listen, I love it when when I tell my kids specifically how to do something and they choose to do it wrong and it fails on them. I love it, man. I love it. You want to know why? Because
they learn from it.
They learn
right.
from it.
Right.
They learn from it. And now they can trust the process.
Right. Yeah. Because, see, Stephen Jones is all in on his process. That's what's going on.
So
he's all in. I mean, I've been on a major campaign, no days off, on the coach and all of the toxicity that's in the Dallas Cowboys.
He is set in his ways.
But at this point, it's time to start really looking at the other content and other things that can help us win, because them guys are not changing no time soon.
Nope.
They showing you with their offseason moves that they're not changing at all. They double down on insanity. Yep. Like the fact that system by committee or the receiver by committee and not targeting your number one guy based on a system failed in front of you, and you doubling down again, it lets you know that they're going to have to learn from Amari's success across the street. That's why I said, to West Coast point, everybody that's a Cowboy fan, I don't care who you pray to that person and you pray that Amari get 1,400 yards. And you really want that because every week the media is going to put it in our face. And we need it in our face. It's not that I'm mad at Jerry and Steven. It's that they double down on their philosophy. So let's look at the results of your actions. So the next time, because it is a next time potentially, people say, what you mean it was a next time? T.O., Dez, then Amari. It could be next who? C.D. Lamb. You see what I'm saying? So next time when it's C.D. Lamb up and he say something about one more targets, and now you're thinking, man, we can kind of get rid of him. We can go younger. And all the stuff y'all do and these games you play, and when you want to put all the heaviness on Kellen Moore, Wes is right. You want the success of Amari. He not bad. He not a bad guy for thinking that or saying that. at all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you like this, CeeDee Lamb, if you were watching this show right now, you would be a fool to not tell the Cowboys you want to get paid next year. You would be a fool. You know what I'm saying? You would be a fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because you do not want to go into a season where they're trying to pay you and Diggs, and you would not want to put them in no situation where they are having to make a decision. Because I'm gonna tell you this right here: the Cowboys will not pay you or pay someone because they feel they're going to have to pay someone next year. And guess who's coming around the corner? Your boy, the Lion himself. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: he another dude with a daddy. You know what I'm saying? He another dude with a very spoken and influential pops. I've met his pops several times. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. They is not letting their kids. They is not gonna let their sons get taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? They is not gonna let their kids get taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So man, you know, I see it like this, man. When the Cowboys, I feel like McClay is, and I'm gonna say it like this: Will McClay is really in an abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because he's in an abusive relationship. Yeah, he got some say when he in public, but when he get home, you better shut up and do what we tell you to do. Because bro, at the end of the day, we are talking about a bunch of stupid decisions that the Cowboys have made, and guess what? The decisions were still made. Unfortunately, Will McClay's greatness is actually shown in how he's able to fix the stupid stuff that Jerry Jones does. Like, Will McClay is about to get graded right now based on what we can do after we got rid of Amari Cooper. Like, that's what his greatness is going to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy to think of what Will McClay could actually do in a real front office where he's actually being able to do the things he wants to do. You know what I'm saying?
With real autonomy.
Yeah,
like,
because I mean,
real autonomy.
like, because I see fans. I think fans be looking at Will McClay like, oh, Will McClay's I trust in Will McClay. Well, guess what? Will McClay's check says Dallas Cowboys at the top. So at the end of the day, Will McClay is still what? He's listening to Jerry Jones. And guess what? If Will McClay didn't want to trade Amari Cooper, his voice wasn't strong enough for him not to get done. And if he did want to trade Amari Cooper, bro, you tripping like a mother. You know what I'm saying? So either way, Will got power or he don't got power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think Will trust himself. I think, and I also think he was one of the major
it was Will McClay was probably the guy who, because like, think about this. When we went to go get Amari Cooper, right? That was looked at as a Will McClay move. You want to know why? Because Stephen Jones clearly said it took an act of Congress to get it done. So you know what that let me know? Stephen Jones did not want Amari Cooper.
Exactly.
Like, he did not.
Yes, and we can go ahead and read the tea leaves and say who did. First of all, it's two people you can say didn't. Scott Linehan, and you can say Stephen Jones didn't.
Yeah, Stephen Jones was not
did. The people who did, Jerry and Will McClay.
Absolutely.
Because, see, Jerry, he was for trying to get a number one in here because, remember, he was going to the concert with Dez.
Yep.
And he did that after game one when we played the Panthers, and their receiver by committee looked so trash. The very next day, Jerry was literally with Dez at a Beyonce concert. He was sending a signal. He was saying, listen, y'all better fix this. You know what I mean? That didn't look like what y'all sold to us in the offseason, that this committee of guys was going to replace the absence of Dez.
Facts.
Yes, Dez was losing a step, but Dez was still better than every one of those guys.
Yep, and Jerry knew that.
So you know what side Jerry was on. So, and then Will McClay talked about how by week 8, he was like, hey, we need to go ahead and abandon this ship. So he already is on record saying on what side he was on.
Exactly.
So the fact that Steven said it took an act of Congress, and when you say that, you got to know how Congress works. Congress is mostly divided, and most votes come down to like one person generally.
Yep. And who has 2 votes in Dallas?
Jerry. Ooh.
And think about this, right? Will McClay has always been a guy. Appreciate you, Ted. I saw your stars a couple minutes ago, Big Dog. Appreciate you, sir. Listen, Will McClay has been a guy that has shown me that he is very responsible. Listen to me. Giving up a first-round pick and then 2 years later trading him for
That's not Will.
That doesn't say Will's. I'm sorry. That doesn't.
That say Steven.
That sounds like someone that wants you off this team.
Yeah. That
and
then
that
that
it has
like
the power
ego.
to get you off this
Right.
team.
See, that sounds like
because Will McClay. Because think about this. Think about this. Because Will McClay is the same guy who came up with the concept of a first round. Will McClay was really in on Amari Cooper. Like that's documented. And if he valued him as a first round pick, and Amari Cooper didn't even have the stats. Like, bruh, come on, bruh. He's a better receiver today than he was with the Raiders.
Right.
So how can and think about this? Think about with Will McClay. If he's a draft guy like he says he is, bro, if you would have just drafted a wide receiver with the Cooper pick, you would be releasing him you would be trading him in his third year. Imagine if we traded CeeDee Lamb right now. Good or bad? Imagine if we traded CeeDee Lamb right now.
You'd be a little crazy.
You'd be like, bro, that was a waste of a pick.
Yeah, what was that? Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say Will McClay. I believe Will McClay is very, very smart. I believe he's very, very intelligent. But I also believe that Will McClay is doing, at the end of the day, whatever hell Jerry Jones is doing, telling him to do. And I will tell you this, too. It also lets me know, and I'm going to say this, too, and this is not a shot at his integrity or anything like this. I'm very surprised that Will McClay continues to work for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm just being real with you. That lets me know that he makes a ton of money. Like, he makes a ton of money.
I think it's also the money. But
I think it's the money.
But it's a little bit more. I think it's just a little bit more. I think his family is settled here. See, you made
your voice is crackling real bad, man. Clean it up. Now I can't hear you. Now I can't hear you.
All right.
Boss he gonna be right back, y'all. You know how boss be. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know how boss. Hey man, if you're watching on YouTube, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on West Coast Cowboy, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Boss Cowboy Sports, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Hey man, if you are on West Coast Cowboys channel and you have not subscribed to Boss Cowboys channel, I need you to go over there and hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Boss Cowboys channel, man, if you have not subscribed to West Coast channel, I need you guys to go over there to West Coast Cowboy, hit that YouTube, and hit that subscribe button while my boy Boss fixes that microphone. He's gonna be right back. Go ahead, Boss. Give me a try. Hey, man, that's why y'all got to hit that super chat. For real, bruh.
Stop tripping.
Like, for real. If his microphone is horrible, I need y'all to help him fix it. Like, hell you mean? Hit that super chat.
My turn with my mic.
There you go. It's good now. Ooh.
Oh, I know exactly what I need. I got that too. Listen, I just didn't set it up this time. I see because I'm holding the mic. It's like a little short of my wire. Yeah, y'all need to send some super chats. Boss Cowboy Sports Cash App.
Yes, sir.
I get a new mic tomorrow.
It ain't even no .com, just the cash app. But yeah, man, I think Will McClay, I mean, Will McClay is like the wife and Jerry is like the husband. And the wife has so much power when I be. But
I was saying it's his family's here. His family, that Will McClay also has family because he brings that up a lot.
Yeah.
That's important to him. That
didn't stop him from interviewing for that Houston's job, though.
It didn't. And, I mean, on the money he's paid, he can make it happen. And plus, being, played for Rice, right? And I think he's either from Memphis or he lived in Houston for a while. You know what I mean? So Houston would have been a place but I don't think anybody would go to Houston, to be honest.
Hey,
that's just
Twitch your mic, Twitch your cord just a little bit.
All right, hold on. Let me take over real quick.
Go ahead. Go. We're gonna see your chair for a minute. But yeah, man, I got love for Will McClay. I do. I think Will McClay I think he's a superhero. Why? Because he's good despite what the hell Jerry Jones and all these other dudes do. Like, damn, you mean to tell me you won the Indy 500 and you only had 3 tires? God dang, like that's even more impressive. Like the fact that he's able to overcompensate over all these crazy stuff that the Cowboys do, like, man, that makes him even greater. That's why I say, man, look at here. If he was in a real organization that was letting him do what he really wanted to do, bro, they would probably be containing success. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of time Will McClay is spent literally cleaning up the bad decisions that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones make. Like this year, there's no way that I just don't believe Will McClay when he saw that trade was like, I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I believe he was like, yeah, hun, I'm not going to be home for dinner all of 2022. Like, bruh, it's going to be a long season. You know what I mean? He says, come on, boss, you can't be sounding like you drowning, bro. Hey, man, he going to be all right. He said, I can't believe we'll be doing. Hey, let me share some shout-outs real quick. That's everybody in the comment. What up with you, RB Nightmare? What up with you, boy? I see you. Dre the Great, I see you, my boy. Abe Shepard, I see you over there. I also see you, the Reaper, Jay Lombardi. What's up with you? Law Nation. What up, Law Nation? I'm going to give you a little something real quick. Hold up. What I got for Law? Here you go.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
Hey, man, I'll tell you guys this like this. Society makes you think that there cannot be, like my boy J. Cole said. He said, for whatever reason, it got y'all thinking that two kings can't exist, man. Hey, man, my boy Law Nation is out there putting out some fire content, man, and if you ain't supporting it, you tripping. Hey, you ain't even tripping. You ain't no real-ass Cowboy fan, man. I'm on my mama, you ain't no real-ass Cowboy fan because he put out some fire content over there, man. Hey, listen to me. I say one bad thing about the Cowboys, and y'all say I ain't no Cowboy fan, so I'm going to start challenging your fandom, shoot. If you don't follow Boss Cowboy and Law Nation, you ain't no real Cowboy fan, goddamn. I don't give a damn. If you ain't got no blue cell phone, you ain't no real.
The OG Law in the building.
Goddamn it, boss. If you ain't got no blue cell phone, you ain't no real damn Cowboy fan. I don't want to hear.
Man, you better have a blue cell phone. What you doing? And you better drink blue Kool-Aid.
And if you're drinking red Kool-Aid, you ain't no damn real Cowboy fan. Let's talk about.
Straight up.
We're always trying to challenge your fandom. Like, I don't love my kids. Like, I don't love my kids when I tell them, yeah, bro, you got a D on that test. Yeah, that's not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good.
Saying, bro. Don't say it. Like, yeah, it's I don't know why the content creators treat it like this, big dog. To where when we challenge and we hold accountable and we hold the front office or coaches or players accountable, we do that out of love, like you said, like your kids, bro. Like nobody's gonna be happy with their kids coming in failing. You got to get on them, bro. I don't get it. I guess some people view loyalty as just always supporting everything, and that's actually not love.
Yeah, my mom always told me that it's her. My mom told me that when I first had my daughter, one of the realest things my mom ever told me, man. And some of y'all gonna take this the wrong way, but I don't care because it's still real. My mom said it's not my job to support you. Every decision that you make.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You don't know why? Because some of the decisions you make are going to be wrong.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well said.
My job is to love you. I'm going to always love the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm not going to support every decision the Cowboys make. And guess what? Think about this. My mama ain't supported every decision. There's some couple women in my life that my mama told me, hey, man, don't bring her over here no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. There's some I done made some bad decisions in my life that my mom was clear on. No, I don't agree with that, son. I don't agree with that.
Said big dog.
And guess what? It ain't never stopped her from loving me. So y'all need to take that same thought process, you know what I'm saying? Take that same thought process when you're thinking about the Dallas Cowboys. Don't let someone challenge your fandomship just because, man, you disagree with some stupid stuff that these Cowboys are doing, bro. Obviously, we ain't doing everything right. Why? Because we're 26 years away from winning the Super Bowl. That's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. We didn't switch the quarterbacks. We didn't switch the whole teams. The only common denominator that we ain't switched is who? Jerry Jones. And that's never going to change. That's why we never even talk about it. I don't talk about it.
Because it's sad to a degree, big dog, to your point. It's sad that, like Jerry said himself, one of his biggest regrets was not getting Romo a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
And to actually watch them dismantle the offense, which makes it harder on the quarterback. That's just sad, bro. And it's like, yeah, Dak will literally have to be on some MVP type of quarterbacking.
Yes,
and we talking about MVP. We ain't talking about second or third. We talking about best player in the league.
Yes, and he's going to have to run the football, bro. Like,
he's going to have to do all of that just for us to have a chance.
Just us. And think about this. We're not having a conversation saying what Dak needs to do for us to win 13 games and go to the second round of the playoffs. No, we're saying what Dak is going to have to do for us to get back to where we were last year.
Right.
Because, and I'm going to tell you this right now, man. Listen to me. Thou shalt not never say anything positive about the Washington. No, to the Commanders. I will not say. I know we take that oath. I know it's the 13th law of the Cowboy Book of Rule Books that you is not supposed to say nothing positive about the Washington football team / Commodores / what is they now? The Commodores or the Commanders? They got draws on. If they got draws on, they're the Commodores. If they ain't got draws on, they're the Commanders. All right, so we ain't supposed to say nothing bad. We ain't supposed to say nothing positive about them. But I know Carson Wentz is not a good quarterback, but he's a better quarterback than they've probably had in the last, And for the most part, Washington is always giving us problems, right? Now they're going to get that guy Chase back. They're going to have a full, like, bro, like this division, like how we always say, oh, yeah, man, our division is trash. The reason why we say that is because our offense was clearly better than everybody else.
Right.
Bruh, you can't say that about this team right now. You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that. So it's like, you can't say that. So it's like, and I'm going to tell you this right here. The number one goal of any NFL team is not to win the Super Bowl. It's to win your division. You're actually creating a team to beat your division. And that's why, like, for me, I never really panicked with the Cowboys as long as we were good enough to beat the division. You want to know why? Because that guarantees we're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, because then once you get in, then it's about being hot.
Exactly.
That's what it's about once you get in. But, yeah, the goal first is to win your division. Second, if you don't win the division, get in the playoffs.
Get in.
And then be hot going in the playoffs. That's the key to everything.
To everything.
I mean, so it shouldn't be a panic, but there's some things that we should be concerned about, right? So I don't trust this committee system in big moments, in big games. I don't care how hot we are. I just don't trust that it has enough to really pull us out unless it adapts in 2022 and the system learns how to focus in on the playmakers.
Yeah.
If it becomes a hybrid system to where we roll through the weaker teams with this system concept, but when we play the better teams, we really target and prioritize our best guys, we can beat anybody. But this system stuff is not going to beat real contenders. I'm just being honest. I mean, and it's going to really take a super defense to pull us out, and a defense that's going to have to stay hot for like 4 games and get the ball.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you this right here. The quarterbacks that we're playing this year, they're not high-volume quarterbacks. So interceptions, I don't believe this. Like, we have 9 games. We have 9 games this year where teams theoretically should run the ball on us. Like, when the Colts play us, they should run the ball on us. When the Titans play us, they should run the ball on us. When Washington plays us, they always run the ball on us.
Yeah.
When Minnesota plays us, Minnesota's going to try to run the ball on us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they have these weapons. But even Minnesota's still going to try to lead with the run. Minnesota was best last year when they were, running the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like this year, man, I just see it like this, man. I hate it, too, because you putting so much stress. And I'm going to tell you this like this. Y'all know that I was all for Dalton Schultz getting signed. Not the franchise tag, because some of y'all thought that I meant by that, because that's never what I said. I think I literally be having shows, and I feel like Jerry listens to them, and he's just so noited out that he's like, oh, West Coast meant to say franchise. No, Jerry, that's not what I said. I said prioritize him. I did not say prioritize him by giving him a guaranteed $10 million contract.
Yeah, $10.9 million.
And I'm gonna tell you something. What I think the Cowboys are gonna do, and I made a video. I just ain't dropped this, but I'm gonna give it to you real quick, boss, because I never told you this. Or maybe
No, don't do it, bro. Save it.
All right, I'll save it. But can I tell you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you. All right, so this is what I think the Cowboys are gonna do with Dalton Schultz, because man, these. Hey, shout out to the players that still believe in the organization, right? Hey, a good con will never work without one. Listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Bro, I believe they signed Dalton Schultz to that franchise tag, right? But listen, did you know that you can rescind the franchise tag? And guess what happens if you rescind the franchise tag? Guess what happens? He then immediately becomes an unrestricted free agent. So I'm going to tell you what the Cowboys could do. The Cowboys could literally go into the draft, which is actually pretty heavy with tight end.
Yeah.
Draft a tight end in the 3rd round, and then the very next day rescind the franchise tag, and that would instantly free up $10.5 million that you have on hold. And you know what you could do with Dalton Schultz? You could go back to Dalton Schultz and say, hey, bro, well, Jerry's going to do it like this. Jerry's going to say, hey, Dalton Schultz, now, man, it's May now. Do you really want to be moving your family around? You don't want to be moving your family around. And
that's a Steven move,
listen
too.
Listen to me.
That dirtiness is a Steven move, what you just said.
Listen to me. This is what we're going to do, man.
I hope they do that.
we're going to take the franchise tag from you there, boy. We're going to release you. But we're going to sign you back because, Dalton, we believe in you. We're going to give you we're going to give you a 3-year deal. It's going to be worth about $23 million. What you think about that? Or you can go get out there in the free merchant market, but you got to remember, Dalton, the free agency didn't went up, so most of these teams, they didn't got their starting tight ends, and in the ones that believed in the draft, they didn't went ahead and drafted some bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, Dalton, you're kind of out here in the blue there, son. So, what you thinking about a little 3-year dinger? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they need to do, actually.
Boss is like, I totally disagree with that because it's unethical. But if you sell a little bit, I'll buy a little bit. If you say a little bit, I'll buy a little bit.
Listen, bro, that would be doing Schultz bad.
Hey, if you do it. Hey, what'd you say? Hey, if you sell a little bit, I'll buy a little bit. You sell a little bit, I'll buy a little bit.
You sell a little bit, I will buy it.
If you sell a little bit, I'll buy a little bit.
$4. But hey,
for $1.
Man, that would be dirty though.
It'd be dirty. It'd be dirty as hell.
But that's Steven though. See, Steven is kind of like a Highland Park capitalist. See, Jerry is one of the old school capitalists. Yes. He old school where he value relationships. Steven don't care nothing about no relationship.
No.
He don't care nothing about no life after football and handshake deals and maybe 10 years down the line you'll be like Emmett and selling commercial real estate and we'll be doing deals. He don't care nothing about that.
Listen to me. T.O. said the reason why T.O. was so mad at Dallas is because he said they told him they were keeping him. And I'm going to tell you this, bruh. You know what happened? They released him the next day. Steven will tell you whatever. Bruh, like at the end, I'm going to tell you this too. I still believe that Jerry Jones is in firm control over this organization. But I also feel that Jerry Jones understands that Stephen Jones is running an organization. And think of like this. I don't think it's like you can't really go to Stephen Jones, bro, who is making more money for the Cowboys than they've ever made. Ever, bruh. They are making more money right now ever as the Cowboys owners. Ever. And I'm going to tell you that large part of that is because of Stephen Jones. Why? Because of the taxes and things he do. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to throw y'all a loop real quick. I'm going to throw y'all something, right? About 2016, right? I was watching 2016. Wells Fargo took a credit. They took a credit on their taxes, right? And basically what it allowed them to do is they didn't have to pay $3.8 billion in taxes, right? So which honestly did what? Netted them $3.8 billion in taxes. Like if I came to your house right now and I said, hey, Law Nation, I'm going to give you $1,000 credit on your rent. So guess what that means? Technically, you just made $1,000.
Yeah, you put $1,000 in your pocket.
You just made $1,000. Jerry Jones, listen to this, bro. And hey, it's only like 12 people that's gonna understand what I'm saying. Stephen Jones allows the salary cap to go up every year, right? While paying players less every year, right? Or minimum. So guess what happens to all that delta? Shit, I don't know. You tell me. What happened to the franchise money? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cowboys are netting money from players retiring, from players leaving, and guess what we're doing? Bro, we're not spending it. You're not spending it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, like at the end of the day,
we actually wasted.
Exactly. So, but think about this.
Like we wasted it.
You cannot,
on
bro.
Dak.
A businessman
on how we handled that,
bro.
That's where we wasted it.
No businessman can go to Stephen Jones and not say that and tell him he's failing. You can't, bruh. How can you tell Stephen Jones he's failing?
Hold on, bro.
Business.
Wait.
Business-wise.
Okay, on business-wise?
Business-wise.
He's succeeding.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
No, he's business-wise.
How can you tell him he's failing?
Oh, he's running it up. And that's the whole thing. Look, I did a video on my channel, man, called this Jerry Stephen or the Kardashians of football. Bro, dog, that is so real what you just said in terms of financially. Oh, they winning.
They're winning, right?
And they have a specific strategy. It's the same exact strategy of the Kardashians to where nothing is sacred. And everything is front of the cameras for publicity.
That's why Kanye didn't rock with them like that, too, on that show.
Right.
Because Kanye is a very personal person.
He's personal.
And that's why he's hot about his kids being on TikTok.
And let's talk about this, Wes, because it's a difference between getting success through a skill and getting it through publicity.
Yeah.
So like New England, they are chasing the Dallas Cowboys financially, but they're doing it the hard way.
Yeah.
Trying to win.
By trying to win games.
In the public. Yeah, but by being quiet in the public, not throwing your players under the bus.
Yeah.
Good negotiations, sometimes tough negotiations. Trading players, being quiet when it's time to trade.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. The way the Cowboys do it, they do it on it's bye week, where I should be quiet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use this opportune time to say, well, we really wanted to try to finish Dak's contract, but, if we could get him to understand that we're trying to put more pieces around him. They did that on Dak's bye week.
Yes.
When your quarterback's supposed to be resting, trying to get mentally away from the game, recharge, you put more weight on your mental of your quarterback.
Facts.
And they do that just like the Kardashians. It's nothing sacred. So if I'm pregnant and I gain weight, put the camera on me.
Put it on the camera.
Yeah, if my husband cheated on me and I'm crying, great. Give me 3 cameras. I got contracted a disease. Give me 5 cameras.
Yep.
Like whatever is gonna cause people to look, cool. That goes with what makes me successful. So Kanye's skill is really New England type of skill.
Yep.
And Jerry and Steven type of skill is Kardashian.
And guess who got more money? Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But barely. But see, and who working harder though?
Yeah.
Kanye. Right? Because it's hard to do it based on a talent, based on a skill. But if that's all you got to do is kind of turn on that camera, get freaky with art, you know what I'm saying, with my boy Ray J, right? Kick off that publicity. She been riding that since.
Yeah.
And her sisters. Same thing with the Cowboys. We have not had no substantial success, yet we richer than ever.
Exactly.
Just like the Kardashians.
Exactly, man. And think about this, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're probably one of the wealthiest family. Well, not even wealthy, you know what I'm saying? But they're probably one of the wealthier families in America, right? But you got to think like this. Like, look what you had to sacrifice, though.
Yeah, look what you had to sacrifice. And that's why we so mad as Cowboy fans.
Like, your daughter literally had, like, think about this.
Yeah.
To get put on, like, don't get me wrong, because the original Kardashian, he had money. Because he was a lawyer, but he didn't have money like they got right now. He ain't got money like they got right now. And you know what they had to sacrifice?
Man.
It's Kim's integrity, bruh.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? And I'm just keeping it real. Like, some of these teams are like, bruh, look it. We're going to have contract negotiations with our quarterback, and we're going to give him $500 million, right? We're not, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to announce it on a regular Wednesday. You know who that is? The Kansas City Chiefs. Like, bro, they gave this dude damn near $500 million. There was no drama. There was no depreciation of him. There was no none of that, bruh. None of that.
None of that. And then you don't even have to use the highest level.
My bad.
Because you reach for the highest level. You don't even got to go there.
Yeah.
You can look at Matthew Stafford, even in Detroit. You can look at how they treat Carr with respect. You can look at what's his name? Kirk. Even Kirk, his deals, quiet.
Yeah.
Super quiet, no drama, no he don't perform in big games. He's gonna look at his if Kirk would have been in Dallas, well, we want to pay Kirk, but we just looked at his record in big moments and we just don't think he's worth it. Like, he not like the top guys, like, and then Stephen Jones start naming names. It's like, bro, you really wild. Like, you really are a Kardashian. Yeah. Nothing is sacred to you, big dog. Yeah. Like, you will literally throw all, and it's not even just that. It's all them balls get done like that.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
And then the fans ain't figured this out yet. One of the key signs that we not gonna sign a player is when them local media guys come out and say, the Cowboys are looking at T.Y. Hilton. The Cowboys are looking at D.K. Metcalf. The Cowboys, no, they're not, bro. Whenever they leak that, they just want the publicity. They Kardashian us, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's all it is. Because who puts out there because what do players do when they want to get a deal? They mention our name. So why would we mention their name?
Mm-hmm.
That's because we not interested. We just want their name to keep the fans buying into this optimistic Kardashian hope.
Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, man, it's how you sell. Like at the end of and during the season, it's about selling tickets. And when the season's over, it's about selling hope. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Ooh.
Like we're gonna sell
Man,
tickets.
put that on the shirt,
because,
big
and I'm gonna
dog.
tell you the reason being is because you can't really sell tickets in the offseason when nobody's playing. But how
Right.
do you make
You
that?
gotta
But
sell
guess what?
hope.
But my question is this: do you have bills still? Hell yeah, we still
Yeah,
got
you
bills.
still
in April.
got bills.
We still got bills in April.
You still got
we
bills.
still got stuff we got to take care of in
Yes.
March. Even though the
Yes.
team is not actually playing. So we got to make money around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And Jerry Jones said this, and I've always said this about my brand. Listen, man, Jerry Jones said this out of his mouth. He does not care if you spell the Dallas Cowboys, if you say the Cowboys are positive, or he doesn't care if you say it's negative, as long as you spell Dallas Cowboys correctly in your headlines. That's the only thing that matters. And to be honest with you, man, like that is the biggest. That's the big. It's almost like I said this about Will Smith. I said this about Will Smith and the Oscars, man. I said, man, the Oscars basically just took a page out, in my opinion, out of Jerry Jones,
WWF,
out of WWF, out of Jerry Jones' world, because bro, at the end of the day, people say, but how do you benefit, man? Like, listen to me, man. In a world where people's moral compasses are already thrown off, like, why would you care if people think it's something bad? Like, you got people that believe that half the stuff that we know is wrong is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
there's stuff. Listen to me, bro.
Give yourself a button on that, bro. Come on now.
Hey, it's Creflo West Coast. We preaching over here real quick. Hold up.
Man,
Do I have a witness here? And I really don't know what you're going through this morning.
Listen to me. America's moral compass is so thrown off anyway. We don't care about no values. We don't care about no damn about no values. Bruh, listen to me. It isn't even about that anymore. Oh, what about the brand? Listen to me. The brand doesn't know if it's positive or negative publicity. It just knows more people are talking about you.
Yeah, more people looking and more people talking.
Period. When you're trending, you're trending. It doesn't matter if you're not. Like, I got a homegirl. This is a true story. I got a homegirl that fell off.
I remember.
Listen to me. I got a
Yes.
homegirl. Hey, I'm married. I got a homegirl, right?
Oh,
I got a homegirl that fell off a stripper pole, right? This is my little homegirl.
Yeah.
This is my little homegirl. She worked
in
for
my
me.
city, in Dallas.
Listen to me. There's a girl I hired back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And, hired her back in the day, be a sales rep, ended up hiring her again because she spoke Spanish. She spoke like 2 different languages, right? Long story short, her life didn't go the way it planned on. So she ended up in Dallas on a stripper pole, right?
Yeah.
And she fell off a stripper pole. She was the stripper that fell off that stripper pole, right?
Yeah.
Do you know she made over $100,000 on that, bruh? Because Wendy Williams gave her a $50,000 check, and then she had a GoFundMe that went over $62,000, and she got verified. You know what I'm saying? She made her like
falling off of
a stripper pole.
She killed that pole though. And listen, when I say kill that pole, I don't mean the way y'all think.
Yeah, you did, boss.
No, not the way y'all thinking. She almost
died.
Bro, but she rebounded also. Like she jumped off like she didn't almost just break her neck.
Yes.
And she hit a Watusi split.
Hey, the funniest thing is the other girl was just like,
kept it rolling. And see, we ain't gonna name no names, but I remember that. I was like, oh, yes, indeed. Yeah, that type of publicity.
Yeah, man.
Look at what that publicity, that one viral moment netted her $100K. A former
probably more than that, bro.
Probably more than that, because
she ain't on a stripper. She ain't on that pole no more.
Damn paint.
She ain't dancing no more.
Big dog.
Yeah.
That was just hey, we just getting you started.
Yeah, she ain't stripping no more. I tell you that. That's what I say, man.
Publicity. And see, I put it like this in terms of Dallas numbers. Colin Cowherd said this in 2016.
What the hell he say?
Check this out, Wes, man. You have to hit the button for me on this one. Dak made the Cowboys in 2016 on just publicity $250 million.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
Bruh, so if you know that publicity can generate that type of money, you telling me if you're not an evil capitalist, you're not going to put your team second to make $250 million by homemade manufactured controversy?
And think about this, bro. They're probably making more money right now. Oh my God, bro. Listen to me. Before I say this, I gotta say this some real stuff. If I disappear, if Boss Cowboy disappear, y'all gotta come find us, man. Jerry Jones got us. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you this right now. He got us in Arlington, shacked up somewhere, man. He feeding us oodles and noodles. Y'all come find us, all right? Come find us. I'm serious. Because they ain't going to let us stay. What that boy Nipsey said, sometimes, that boy Nipsey says, hey, man, they may, at some point, they may make me pay for these lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. You ain't going to speak that gospel.
No. We ain't going to say that,
You ain't going to speak that gospel so long. If we disappear, man, you better come find us, man. You better come find us. Because I'm going to say this, man. I will tell you like this. Right now, the biggest thing for the Cowboys, honestly, is not really chasing the Super Bowl, man, because after you get a Super Bowl, the excitement of it is gone. It's like chasing a woman. You know what I'm saying? After you get that woman, what happens? That excitement, unless you're married, then that excitement burns hot.
Forever.
But if you're not, I'm just saying, if you're single, guess what? Once you chase, when you catch her.
Unless you're building towards a marriage.
Yes. I love the way he clean up stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
got you, big dog. I got you.
Gotcha. But after you get it, it kind of burns away sometimes, right?
Yeah, if it's not real.
So it's like, what is more beneficial, catching the cure or chasing the cure? I'm going to tell you what makes them more money. The Cowboys chasing.
Ooh.
Chasing.
Yeah, because, see, we make 8 and 8 moves, bro.
Yeah.
I said that. We make 8 and 8 moves, which is perfect for your metaphor. It's chasing. Like, to get rid of Amari with a young team, that's a contending team, to say because we're worried about the cap in 2024 and 2025.
And you know it's gonna go up. So that's just stupid. Like,
you know it's gonna
go up.
Bro, that's a
like,
whole
you're worrying
topic.
about something that hasn't even, like, bro, that's literally like saying I'm not gonna buy a house because why? Because a meteor might hit my house one day.
Right.
And you really believe that it's gonna happen. And that belief stops you from doing something.
These are 8 and 8 moves, which is about keeping us chasing.
Yeah.
This is a chase game. This is not moves. That's why we look over at the Rams and you say, damn, they just got Wagner. And they got less cap money than us. And his price was the price of Schultz. What are we doing? Booyah.
Hey, boss.
So we can win it, though. Now, we can win it. It's just going to be one of those things to work to West Coast point. It starts with first things first. Win your division. If you don't, get in the playoffs. Be hot in December. And then that's when all those planets have to align. You likely going to have to be healthy. You likely going to have the ball bounce your way multiple times. Yeah, so can we win it? Yeah.
2017 Eagles. It's proof.
Exactly,
it's proof
bro.
Cowboys can win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But guess what? The Eagles in 2017 going into that season was not looked at as, oh, they're going to be the Super Bowl champions. You know what they did? They got hot. They snuck up on some people. Quarterback got hurt. The next guy just so happened to be good. Like,
you can even say the Rams this year, bro.
Exactly.
I can even say this year, bro. Like the Rams, like, yeah, they was, they was kind of, people was on their balls a little bit early, but man, come on, let's keep it real, bro. They had a much lighter road. You know what I mean? They had a much lighter road than kind of the typical wars that it take. Because Philly, when they got there,
appreciate you, Jay.
Wars.
Yeah, appreciate
when
you,
the Giants won theirs,
yeah,
every one of those, both of those Super Bowls was wars the whole way. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So so I don't want people to take us like we saying that we can't win it. We're not saying that. Neither one of us saying that. It's just that what we're being clear on is that we put barriers in our own way to make that path a little bit smoother.
Yeah, and like we're preparing a meal with less ingredients than what we had last year. And can it taste better? Yeah, it could, because it might cook longer and it might
cook it
but
longer,
what I'm
cook
saying
it better,
is
cook it slower.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is typically when you make a cake without sugar, it doesn't taste good.
Tastes the same.
That's
good.
Just, but hey, but on that, I'm pretty sure there's been times, because I'm a West Coast Cowboy. My people's from El Dorado, Arkansas, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the poorest people's places in the world. And I know there was times when my grandma didn't have sugar, and guess what? She made it work. You know what I'm saying? But I promise you that was not her plan. You know what I'm saying? I promise you that was not her plan. But did it work? Yeah, I can't remember none of her cakes not tasting good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, I'm playing. But hey, man, Boss Cowboy, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, man, Boss Cowboy Sports, man, where your voice matter, man. The main places I be rocking is on that YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitter. Like West Coast right now, he's streaming on Twitter right now. He's streaming on Facebook and he's streaming on YouTube. I do the exact same thing. I also just dropped a book that I'm getting ready to go heavily into the Boss Cowboy Guide. Book 3 is out. So we're going to spend some time kind of going through those candidates, guys that we know can help the Cowboys. And I think when we go through this together, we're going to be on a crash course of content about these candidates all the way up into the draft. So y'all make sure y'all follow Boss Cowboy Sports and my boy West Coast, man, because we're going to continue to give y'all this juice. We're going to continue y'all to give you this energy and ideas that we really wholeheartedly believe make us move closer to 6, like run the damn ball and campaigns like playmakers over systems. You know, all those campaigns that started from content creators is what we're about to really move us closer. So Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters. Make sure y'all follow that. Like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, shout out my boy Jay with the super chat. Hey, I got a new slogan. It's going to be called Dak Throw a Damn Interception. You want to know why? Because Tony Romo once said, good old Romo, he once said, man, if you ain't throwing an interception, man, you ain't trying, bro. And I'm going to tell you this year right here, this is not the year to be sitting back there and waiting for open separations and guys wait over.
No, he go out to let it go. He going to let it go, though.
Throw the football. And guess what, Dak? Your defense is so good that we can take the chances. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If Dak throws more interceptions this year, I need you guys to chill the hell out and give him a pass. You want to know why? Because Dak is about to be throwing in something he ain't never really seen. And I'm going to tell you this right here. Dak is a guy who does not like to make bad decisions. And guess what that typically translates into? A very safe quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to tell you this right here. If John Kitna was back in Dallas, and he just told Dak, hey, let it go. Just let it go. If you throw an interception, I don't give a damn. It's on me. Let it rip. If we have that mentality with Dak Prescott, guess what? I think that right there is going to make you better. Why? Because, bro, he's going to have to throw in double coverage this year. You're going to have to throw that ball up and see if CeeDee Lamb can really do it. You're going to have to. You know what I'm saying? And there's going to be times that he's going to get covered, right? So that's my biggest thing, man. That's my last thing, man. And I'm going to just say, man, y'all need to be prepared. Be prepared, man. Give your freaking quarterback a pass, man, because they're not adding things. They're subtracting things. And that's typically not how it works, man. All right? Grandma's cakes was best with sugar, not without. All right? Hey, man, you can always catch me on YouTube. We are actually live on Twitter, too. Boss Cowboy reminded me of that. Amazing. Didn't even know. I forgot. Love y'all on Twitter. Facebook, y'all already know, man. I appreciate y'all, Facebook. Y'all make it possible for West Coast to do this. And YouTube, man, I appreciate y'all, YouTube, because we new to the game, but it's all good. We about to get it popping, too. And, hey, I want to say a special shout-out to my boy Boss Cowboy for having me on, man, exposing me to his YouTube. All 150 people that was watching, man, I appreciate you guys. If you have not already, I need all 150 of you guys right now to look at Boss Cowboy's page where it says subscribe, and I need you to hit that subscribe button. Hit it right now, you feel me? And then after you hit that subscribe button, you should be sliding over to West Coast page, and you should be hitting that subscribe button too. So when we get off this live feed, if y'all some real-ass Cowboy fans, Boss should have at least 60 to 70 new subscribers, and your boy West Coast should have the same. I'm just saying if y'all some real Cowboy fans. But if you ain't, then I get it. I mean, if you ain't, then I get it. If you ain't a real Cowboy fan, I get it.
Hey, my sub just went up too.
That's what we like to see, bruh. That's what we like to see. That's what I'm saying to see. We got 3 real Cowboy fans over there. Appreciate y'all, man. I wish we knew the names. I'll shout them out right now. But, yo, man, make sure y'all hit those sub buttons so y'all can stay in touch. And, man, I'm up out of here, man. Boss Cowboy. Hey, last thing, I'm going to the draft. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I'm a guy that cheats on the draft. Like, I'm not about to sit up and watch 90,000 videos. I do not do that. I got 4 kids and I run 5 businesses. But I will spend $5 on Boss Cowboy's guide and literally.
Oh, it's 10.
Oh, damn.
Inflation, big dog. Inflation,
I need to know what my discount cut off now. Hell no, we don't discount
good
merchandise.
I gave it 1 day for $5. If you didn't get it the first day, it's 10.
Ooh, I heard that.
Next year it's gonna be higher next year too, because the next year gonna be way better. So
hey, you're paying for his time and you're paying for his intelligence, and he's putting his time and his intelligence into something tangible.
And it's the process. It's the fact that you can actually rock with us and we can go through it together. You know, most people write a book and say, "Here, read it." No, with us, we go debate it out. Like I'm already start having breakdowns of each group where we go talk about it, like all of us ranks and why you agree or disagree or whatever. And sometimes I change it, sometimes I don't, but it's based on feedback. You can't buy that nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. So $10, man, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it, man. So make sure y'all tap in. But what I was saying is I always get the Boss Cowboy Scouting Guide, man, and I always use that as my go-to, man, because it's straight to the point, man. Straight to the point. I mean, it's created by a guy that you're already following, so I love it, man. But, hey, man, we about to get up out of here. I appreciate everybody for tapping in and rocking with us tonight, man. We gave you guys 2 hours of stank. Why? Because we wanted to, man, and it's off season. We ain't got nowhere to go, man. Hey, if you like this, make sure you support this and share the content so we know to do it again. If you guys don't support it, we won't know to do it again. I appreciate y'all. This has been Don't Drink the Kool-Aid with your boy West Coast and Boss Cowboy, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. You already know what it is. Never